The largest Buddhist temple in the world is Borobudur. Oddly, built only some 45 kilometers from Borobudur, is a massive Hindu temple, built only some 100 years later. My name is World Proven and I'm off to prove, is Prambanan the Hindu Borobudur? I'll see you in Indonesia. Prambanan is a Hindu temple compound in the special region of Yogyakarta in southern Java, Indonesia, dedicated to the god as the creator, Brahma, the preserver, Vishnu, and the destroyer, Shiva. The temple compound is located approximately 17 kilometers northeast of the city of Yogyakarta, on the boundary between central Java and Yogyakarta provinces. The temple compound, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the largest Hindu temple site in Indonesia and the second largest in Southeast Asia after the Angkor Wat. It is characterized by its tall and pointed architecture, typical of Hindu architecture, and by the towering 47-meter-high central building inside a large complex of individual temples. Prambanan temple compounds originally consisted of 240 temple structures, which represented the grandeur of ancient Java Hindu art and architecture. So this is the entrance here of Prambanan. It's 400 IDR, or Indonesian rupees, so it's about, I don't know, 25 bucks, $30. Worth it. It's sort of an entire complex that I'll be walking through. So I'm at the main complex of Prambanan now, and each of these structures has gods inside, Hindu gods inside. And they also have etchings on the outside of the temples. They tell various stories of Hindu culture and Hinduism as a religion. Here you can see birds in a tree, but they get really complicated and very detailed, and they go sort of layer by layer up to the very top. There's these intricate etchings that are just super cool. Prambanan as a site was built in dedication of God as the creator, or Brahma, God as the preserver, or Vishnu, and God as the destroyer, or Shiva. So Shiva is actually in this. This is the tallest structure at Prambanan, and this is 47 meters. And each of these temples you can actually enter and see the gods that are represented here at Prambanan. So there's a really interesting story that the locals love to tell about Prambanan. So there was a very powerful man. His name was Bondowoso, and he was in love with a girl named Rora Jongrong. Probably didn't say her name right, so I'll just call her Roror. So Bondowoso asked Roror to marry him, and she decided to give him instead of saying no, give him an impossible task. So she said, okay, if you can build 1,000 temples in one night, I will marry you. She didn't want to marry him. The reason was Bondowoso had killed her father. So Bondowoso got a team of men together and built 999 temples in one night. And he was working on the 1,000th. Rora Jongrong didn't want him to finish. So she goes to the village and tells the villagers to pound rice and set it on fire so that it looks like morning had already come. So she did that. And Bondowoso found out that she tried to thwart his plans. So he turned her into a statue. And Rora Jongrong is the 1,000th statue at Prambanan. So, super interesting story. I loved it when I heard it from the locals. But one problem is there's only 240 temples at Prambanan. But it's possible that it had 1,000, because where I am now, like all these ruins, you can see it's pretty significant. So there could have been at one point 1,000 temples, and the 1,000th could have been a tall, slender virgin by the name of Rora Jongrong. I've made a separate video on Borobudur, and whether Prambanan is meant to be the Hindu Borobudur, I don't think we'll ever know. This one considered not proven, world proven out.